Alrighty guys, well, there's part of the yoke that goes to the tractor. The other part is in Regina in dumpster. Now I got home after with the new parts and her back to the Craig's place here, and the female half of the PTO driveline is not working, so I gotta get it home and do some work on that to make the shaft work. Anyway, phone call, talk to you later. Morning everybody. Yeah, we're at Traction again. So Rob here at Traction, that's his office. Rob is a hell of a guy. And Rob is the type of guy that will save pipe driveline shafts and whatnot from other stuff for that just in case day. And lo and behold, this is the female side. The male side is in the cab. And I went home, we went and put it on. The male wouldn't fit inside of our old female shaft because it was all bowed out and stretched and fucked up. We found a hunk of used one, which was the right length, and it fits inside here. So, this, thank you very much, Rob. Big shout out to Rob and Traction here for getting us up and going. The reason that's not going in the cab is because we welded that and it's still warm. It can ride back there. We'll get it installed on the shit spreader and woohoo! And it started raining at 3 o'clock this morning and it's still kind of drizzly. It was icier than a son of a gun at home. And now it's raining some more. Nice. Later. Alrighty guys, well, here we go. I didn't show it because Craig was right here and I know he wouldn't want to be on film. Anyway, this big part, if you look through the hole, you can kind of see my finger here? Well, right there, there's the end of a bolt head. And you take that bolt out, and then you can slide this whole piece out. So you got to make sure you get that back on and lined up, get that bolt in when you're putting this together. And then, like I said before, Traction got us fixed up with this used shaft and new shaft. And all this is all new here. And I had to cut this piece to make it fit. So we're good to go. You just fire the old girl up and get going again. Talk to you later. Alrighty. I also, because the hitch on the manure spreader is a clevis style, so it goes in like that. And on the tractor, I had it rigged up with the hammer strap and clevis style. So what I was doing, I was putting my safety pin in the hitch pin in between the bottom of the clevis part, like this part, the bottom two pieces, the tractor hitch and the bottom part of the clevis on the manure spreader. So as it's bouncing up and down, that's why it snapped my safety pin out. So I took the hammer strap off of the tractor hitch and we're just running with the clevis over top the main hitch of the tractor now. So now our safety, we got another safety in there and we shouldn't have too many issues. Anyway, I'm gonna get out there, we're gonna unload what's left in here and get back to hauling turd. Talk to you later. See all those spots that are kind of gray like that? And there's lots of them. Some of them are grassed over a little bit. Lots are not. But those are all like Gopher Hills and Badger Hills. And she's friggin' bouncy out here. And Craig knows it. He even admits he's got to find a drag of some sort and drag this pasture because it's dangerous. You can't even ride a friggin' quad or side by side comfortably without risking flipping your friggin' machine. Anywho, we're going again. I gotta let you guys go. We'll talk to you later. Alrighty, so we're back to the yard. And yeah, there's quite a pile of manure here. Hopefully we can make a big dent in her. Right here we have a couple of windbreaks that I built. And a couple of corral panels that I built for Craig. Out there, the windbreaks, I didn't build those, but the calf shelter is mine. And then there's some more corral panels further back that way that we built. So yeah, we've been involved with Craigie for a while. First time cleaning corrals. I'll be honest, this job is easier than building corral panels. Easier on the body anyways. Anywho, we're going to continue on here and I'll bring you guys back in a little while. See how we make out here today. Alrighty guys. And Craig is doing a heck of a job of loading this machine with that S650. So if anybody's wondering, yes, this is Craig Blair, and yes, this would be Blair's Red Angus, I believe is what they call their business. They got purebred Red Angus and Black Angus, heavy on the red. He had a couple of bulls in this corral. They must have moved. And there's some more in the next pen over. So if anybody's out there looking for a bull, try and find Craig Blair or Blair's Red Angus or Blair's Cattle Company, something like that. Whether it be Facebook, Instagram, whatever you guys are on. And if you're looking for a Red Angus bull, go and check out their bulls. Give Craig a call or whatever if you can find his number. If I can, I'll throw his phone number in the description if I can remember. But yeah, they go to a lot of shows all through the States, all the way down into Texas, and they're gearing up to hit Agribition here at the end of the week. So they'll be gone for a whole week with Agribition showing cattle here in Saskatchewan. So good times, good times. Talk to you later. There's the boys. One of the blacks and one of the reds. I don't know if these are 2-year-olds or 3-year-olds or what. And in the next pen over is yearlings. We are making headway here. It's there's a lot of shite, but I don't know how many loads we've hauled out. I should have a clicker so I can tell how many loads we're taking. But you know, like a little counter. But we're a good quarter of the way into that pile. For how much is in this pile, we probably hauled that much out of there. And some of this pile, it was piled years ago and never, before Craig was here. And we're finding twine and shit in it. That's what he tells me. It was there before he came. So now we're starting to haul it out. He's a big red bastard. He's probably the daddy to all of them yearlings in that pen there. Anywho, later. Alrighty guys, well, we're over half done this pile. I would say, because it was basically before it would line up with the back end of the shit spreader. Because if you remember, when I was stopping before for him to load me, these windbreaks back here were kind of, I was completely behind him with the tractor, and we're not there no more. So as far as the Kuhn Pro Push, since we purchased it and did a bunch of repairs on it, and if you want, you guys can go back in the videos, it'll show what we did, from trying to straighten out the beaters, the flighting in the back end, to rebuilding the axles, to building the screen up front here, making our own bushings for the tailgate hinges, so on and so forth. That down there, that PTO shaft, is literally the only thing that is really broken on this thing, the only major breakdown we've had. That's not true. I did break a spindle on one tire and we had to replace spindle. That was a bit of an expensive fix and repair, but we got past it. And then now the PTO shaft. So realistically, it's been a pretty darn good machine. And Craigie's really getting good at loading it with the skid steer. So, anywho, we'll continue on for today, because today's the last day that he can be here to load me. And I'm busy tomorrow and potentially Thursday, so and then he's gone until after Agribition. He's gone for the next week to 10 days. Anywho, I'll let you guys go. We'll talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, she's looking pretty black out, right? It's 10 to 6 p.m. and this will be our last load for today, because Craig is having trouble seeing to load me properly. He's saying the lights on the skiddy on the Bobbycat, they're okay, but they're not great for doing this. He doesn't want to hit that screen frame or anything. And to be totally honest, I have trouble seeing if how it's unloading. Like through my mirrors, I can't tell. I'm going off of how the engine sounds, how much it's laboring down and stuff like that. So we know we're not going to finish this today, not unless we went until midnight. That's the only way we would get it done. So we're just going to shut her down, and we'll come back after he's done with Agribition and clean everything up at that time. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. And fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch y'all later.